by this shit.
What is the diet you're trying to do?
I'm not on a diet. I just only eat after 4 p.m. and I cut carbs and that's it. And I'm a fucking believer. I saw my aunt and uncle do it. It's more like ketogenic diet with calorie restriction. So both. I don't eat, dude. I work out. Like I can't afford to not eat a bunch of calories. So I eat like a fuckload of food. I just don't eat till after 4 p.m. every day.
Alright, that's
Nice.
fine. Like, just as long as you get your keto with it.
And I eat I probably eat more because I'm fucking starving.
How much time you're already trying it?
About a month.
No, not affecting your productivity in the morning until 4.
Actually, no. I feel clearer and I have more energy. And when I feel a little hungry, I drink green tea and it goes away.
I also swear by this, dude. Anytime I get hunger pains, I have a cup of tea and I'm fine.
Yeah, dude, green tea is like, and that shit is so good for you. I've been drinking a shitload of green tea. I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and then I swap to green tea, and I just drink green tea like all fucking day.
Speedballing. You get the caffeine and you get the theanine.
Substitute tea with beer, and that's kind of the diet.
Jesus.
But to be fair, I also am prescribed prescription amphetamines that when I get those refilled, I do take those too, which also help. That too. Are we back online? Okay, we're live. Holy fucking shit. I'm so sorry, guys.
Substitute tea with beer, and that's...
Alright, you didn't miss anything, because we didn't move on without you, because we're not fucking assholes. So, yeah, we were talking about, I'll finish that train of thought, we were talking about object-oriented programming and entity component system. I was just going to, I pulled up some code, like, okay. All I'm saying is, okay, first of all, you guys see this right here? This shit right here is a macro-based domain-specific language that I wrote, and it's this insane variadic macro shit that expands into insane variadic template shit that automatically creates all the Lua bindings, all of the UI bindings, all of the undo redo commands. This is all I have to do for a property. I give it a getter, a setter, and a property name, and like boom, it's like good for the team to use it in Lua, in the toolkit, and everything. Power of fucking templates and macros. I don't like it when people fucking hate on the macros too much. Yeah, they can be overused, yeah, but like, look at this. Look, is that fucking ugly? That's a goddamn domain-specific language I pulled out of my ass. No, that's not ugly. So, I don't know. I'm a believer in some of the niche C++y shit people hate. But anyway, so this is a pretty typical entity, or component. It inherits from component. It basically has data in it. And then if you go down to the engine level of abstraction, where the fuck is it? System. Audio system. Oh, fuck. That's going to be CRTP, isn't it? Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. So this is what actually handles the components. Oh, yeah. Look, I have another template, a sub-process manager that manages a pool of sub-processes and generates all of the management shit from templates. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much how we do entity component, which, yeah, we're doing entity component system, and it's still fundamentally object-oriented. So, like, sometimes I don't understand when, yes, it can be done like 100%, like a fucking database. That's okay, that's your component. It doesn't have to be object-oriented, but Unity especially, I mean, look, it has an object-oriented API. I really don't get how they're like, oh, fucking object-oriented programming. Like, you are object-oriented. I don't know.
I can see why that Asian dude last time couldn't really help himself.
Which Asian dude? What?
You know, the one that you wanted to kick off?
Was he Asian? Wait.
I don't know, you had like an Asian name, but anyway.
He couldn't help himself with what?
You know, looking at your code, you know, he just had to, you know.
I don't get it. He had to what? Like what? My code shit or something? Or my code?
No. He couldn't help himself because, you know, it was really pleasurable to watch.
Oh, the guy who's masturbating. Oh, yeah. Oh, right, okay. So people are probably like, what the fuck? The first time we live streamed, I shit you not, a dude logged in, fucking stroking his dick on the stream. And I didn't know what was fucking happening.
Nice.
I didn't know what was happening. Like, dude, don't tab over. I'm like, what the fuck? So of course I fucking tab over. And then it's like on Google Hangouts, like shared for a second on the big screen. Because I'm a fucking dumbass. Alright.
Was that the mic or your code?
What the fuck? Was that what?
It was either the mic or your code or both.
That was, I think, my mic. Dude, I didn't realize I was saying that ketogenic shit when I don't like to talk too much about dieting on this because it's not what we are, but I wanted to add that on the ketogenic diet you don't feel weighed down during the day, your energy level tends to be more stable. For real, I will say though, I do that shit. Look, I have no fucking eye wrinkles there anymore. I have a tiny bit of one there, but it's going away. I feel fucking good, feel younger, all my hair grew back. We're good. We're good.
1 month.
Yep.
After hair transplants, oils, everything. 1 month of keto.
Just keto. Yep.
all in the hair.
It's all fucking back. All right. Moving along. Where the fuck is my pencil? I started writing this shit down to look like a lot more legit. Like I know what I'm doing on these live streams. Okay. Kresna's not here. I was going to show you his VMU engine shit, but he's a fucking asshole.
Are you taking attendance?
Oh, did you got the PC that you bait on in the first stream?
The which one?
The small
the
PC
mini-
that
Oh,
we...
yeah. Here it is.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I unboxed it for you guys. You motherfucker, you missed it. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay. I haven't set up or anything yet.
It was really new.
Yeah, actually, I think it was new. It must have been new because it even had the fucking. It even had yeah, no, it must be new, dude. It must have been new.
Yeah. Did it run already?
No, so
Nah,
it might not work. I don't fucking.
I want to see Elysian Shadows on it.
Yeah, that's hopefully we'll have that by next time or something, especially when I get my
Right.
medication refilled here. All right, let's see. Okay, so don't forget, guys, for the VMU shit that everyone's doing, if you want to be cool, in Elysian Shadows, we are allowing people to make their own VMU game. It's in VMU assembly. It's a little rough to make it, but dude, there are people in here who've never made anything in assembly in their lives, and somehow these motherfuckers are seriously making VMU games right now, and it's holy fucking shit. I'm so impressed. You know, you don't just, I'm going to make a fucking VMU game in 8-bit assembly, you know? But, these people are actually doing it. I didn't think this many people would actually try it, you know? One guy in there, holy fucking shit. Okay, I wrote the emulator, right? I had to implement every single instruction. I've never written a line of VMU assembly in my life. But you guys should, because when we're halfway through the game, about maybe, it's probably about... a third of the way through. In a town, we're going to have an arcade. You know, it looks like an arcade. It says arcade in colorful signs. You go in, and there's going to be this weird machine in the back, and it's going to be full of people. You go up to the machine, and it basically has a bunch of user-submitted VMU minigames, all the ones you guys submit, that you can either play in the in-game emulator, you can put on your phone, you can play on your real VMU if you're on Dreamcast, or if you have a converter and shit. And then everyone who made a VMU game gets to have an NPC of themselves and make their own dialogue, and they're like, oh, dude, I made this game, or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. So if you guys want to do that, it will take probably a bunch of time to make anything worthwhile. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to work. Some other fucking people actually made VMU animations that are really fucking... someone made a South Park, little video slideshow animation thing that was really fucking good. So I guess you don't have to make a game. So yeah, there's that. Don't forget about that. It will take a while. Obviously, you have until the game is done to do that, because that's not something that we have to fucking oh god, how are we gonna integrate this in the game? Literally just fucking drag it and drop it. You know, it'll work. So you have all the time in the world for that shit. All right.
What about a VMU 8-core physics accelerator for ES?
A what?
For each of the memory card slots.
Oh.
Would have used as a coprocessor.
Oh yeah, dude, I thought about that. OpenCL accelerate, yeah, but the latency to communicate would be so fucking slow. And this thing is it's 5 megahertz. It's plugged in the Dreamcast. I don't know. You could hardware accelerate string compare or something. If you do a string compare in the engine, it goes to it'd be so fucking pointless, but it'd be hilarious. Or no, it does a binary distributed string compare that like ships off different portions of the fucking string to each VMU, which then is like oh, this one's equal, and then it fucking like does a divide and conquer. That's what we need to do with this engine. I'm just kidding. Did you grow your hair to finally be able to wipe your butt? I don't get that one. Grow your hair to finally be able to wipe your butt. With my hair? Oh, yeah, because we can't afford to ass wipe. Luckily, I work for AMD now, and I can't afford ass wipe, so those days are behind at least for now, until they fire me.
Too bad most of your money goes to rent and taxes.
Yeah, most of it's taxes and rent. Actually, all of it is. Let's see. Oh, real quick, though, the web stuff that we were talking about, do we need to work out... where the fuck is it? Do we need to work out... God damn it. Are you there, Trax?
Go.
Okay, do we need to work out where I need to upload the builds from the build server? I was going to do that.
What do you mean?
Let's see.
That you don't really need to work out anything. If you want to update the build, you just change the zip files and commit to the repo, and it should deploy automatically after you push. That's what you mean, right?
Wait, what? To update these?
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
So if you look in the repo, there's a static assets folder, right?
Yeah.
It just contains zip files, dude. So if you want to upload a build to the website, just replace that zip file in the repo and then push to master, and then it will deploy.
Oh, fuck. So I want to make the build server do that, but fuck, that's good to know.
I mean, you could do it if you make the build server commit to the repo.
Yeah, right. That's what I'll do. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So it's in a repository.
Yeah, as long as you can push to master, dude, GitLab handles the deployment.
So the whole website is a repository that is also live?
To an extent.
That's
it's
fucking crazy.
It's compiled.
Right, but that's fucking... Oh, shit. Fuck, that's cool as shit. Commit...
Modern web development, dude.
Where's this repo at? It's on GitLab?
Yeah, it's on GitLab, the Elysian Shadows one. EVMU-website.
Okay, well, fuck me in the ass. That is nice. Alright.
And that's why the emulator is broken on there right now, because of fucking GitLab deployment process, but I'll fix it eventually. I'm looking into it now, dude. This config setup makes no sense, but I'll figure it out.
Right. Falco, do you... Oh, God, this question. Do you or have you ever considered yourself addicted to drugs? No. The amphetamines or anything else. How has drug use affected your programming? Sorry, it's highly off topic. Much respect. Yeah, so I've been pretty open about my substance abuse, and I will continue to do so. One thing for me is a lot of people abuse substances to escape the real world. Like, I have depression, and that drives my addiction. Especially like with the amount of work that we have to do for ES and all this shit with the Kickstarter. I did it more to like help me work on ES and help me escape stress, you know? I wasn't doing shit like smoking pot, you know, I'm like, fuck yeah, man, I'm just gonna play games, you know? I was like taking amphetamine and staying up like all fucking night coding, like trying to like augment my life with it. So really, it kind of helps my program.
Modify the real world.
There's some people that take stimulants and just can't focus on something, but
not me. So it in the short term it really helped, and that's why I did it, you know, because I could see. But the plan was that I was gonna finish the fucking game and I would be able to go clean. But obviously that didn't happen because we fucked up and we're late. And then it did start to have an impact on my life because I mean, stimulants, you're operating at 120% capacity and you're fucking like, you know, coding fucking everything. But then you crash and you have to recover. You feel like shit for several days. Every time you dose, you're like getting less and less healthy. It takes more and more. So it was not a sustainable thing as much as short term. Absolutely, stimulants help. Was I addicted? I was more addicted to opiates than I was. Well, okay, that's not true. I guess I was addicted to both. I would stay up all night and all weekend. Okay, I worked a full-time job. I went to graduate school working on a master's, and I was working on this fucking Kickstarter. Okay, like there just was not enough time in the day to do all this. So on the weekends, I would just dose up on amphetamine. I would work the entire weekend, and then I would feel so fucking shitty and dead by the time Sunday came around that I would take painkillers and opiates to not feel my body and to crash onto like a cloud and not have to feel this like death crash of what I had done to my fucking body. And the opiates were a lot worse than the stimulants, I will say, believe it or not. But yeah, I definitely had a problem. The problem was I had the best of intentions, but yeah, I had a problem. I'm not proud. I'm not necessarily ashamed. Like, I did it for a reason. A lot of people have this problem. I mean, look at the way I develop games. Look at what I do. A lot of us have very, very addictive personalities. It's just about, like, channeling your addiction to something good, like programming or weightlifting or things like that, you know? Like, you're never gonna not be an addict, fucking ever. It's like, imagine if you could have the tenacity of an addict, like, oh my god, I need my fucking heroin fix, of like, oh god, I need dopamine from coding, you know what I mean? That's the best way that I know how to cope. And I don't always cope well, like, I still have issues. I'm like fucking chugging caffeine every minute of every fucking stream, but, you know, there's that. And it's pretty normal. Most of the people on our team have fucking issues with stuff like that.
I think most of game developers, creators have this problem. It's kind of
for sure.
because, yeah.
For sure. But yeah, opiates were the worst part. Stimulants, you just don't get that addicted that quickly. I mean, stimulants, it's mostly psychological. Opiates, if you take fucking opiates for a couple weeks, boom, you don't have them, you're fucking sick. I did not understand that. Like, I was taking stimulants for years and I could walk the fuck away. Take opiates for a few weeks and it's like, whoa, shit, I have the flu when I don't take this? I wasn't ready for that. So I accidentally got addicted, which is the same thing everyone fucking does, which is really fucking dumb in hindsight, but, you know.
Check out the Hangouts chat. That's pretty much what you were doing.
Hangouts chat, let's see. There are some, okay. There's some old pictures of me that weren't very flattering that made a lot of sense. What the fuck is that?
Use your demon to your advantage.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's funny. Let me fucking share this so people know. That is pretty funny. Use your demons to your advantage. Yep, that's pretty much what I live by. I don't always do it that well. I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I try. And another really important thing is I always had the mentality I'm going to live fast and die young. Like, I'd accepted it. I'm just going to die young, my lifestyle. And then I met my wife, who obviously does not want me to die fucking young. So she's helped by, like, threatening to cut my dick off if I do drugs, you know? Like, so don't marry someone who is like you. Please, dear God, don't fucking do that. We cannot get away with doing that.
What about the halfway point?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a good idea. Alright, let's see. If the guy who was asking about visual scripting last time comes back, let me know, because I meant to answer your fucking question. And it was like right after I stopped the stream, so I couldn't answer it. So just let me know if you're back, and I will answer that. Otherwise, I don't want to, like, waste other people's time. Now, Jacob, you're here, right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so this demo we've been working on, it's just not going to happen by the time we wanted it to fucking happen. Like, it has not been fucking going all that well. It was going really well several months ago, but Jacob went back to school. Patrick was not present, basically, and we did not get enough shit done towards the beginning to fucking make it. And I'm kind of upset about it. I got really depressed during this time. But since we've been live streaming, dude, Patrick has been so much happier and so much more part of this team. I want to thank you guys for doing that. I want to take full responsibility for, the demo's not fucking ready. So how the fuck do we fix this shit? Jacob, you've done really good work. My only fucking complaint is, why is the build always broken? And, like, I don't... Help me figure out how to not fucking break combat. Like, what exactly what exactly do we need in place? You know what I mean? That like when we're working on these mechanics, that we can't just pull up the engine and fucking like show combat. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm getting a lot of shit from the prefabs. So like,
a lot of shit is the prefab's fault.
Yeah, I keep getting this error that says like it's not getting the behavior count right, and that's caused it's caused me to have to redo prefabs because I'm not sure if it's something set with the triggers, and then like it fucks up and it's not reading the script, and then I go back and it's like recreating the prefab.
Okay, all right. Next time that happens, can you like commit it and tell me, or like put it in a branch or something and commit it and or move it into an example level or something like that, so I can look at it and see what the fuck is going on there?
Yeah, and then like after that happens, like there was a point in time where like the enemy's prefab, they were doing good, and then like I would have that error a few times, and they would load into the area. But if I tried to open the prefabs folder with the enemy subfolder, like it would crash the build.
You don't think there's something that you might have been doing in the script that wasn't playing well with having multiple instances by any chance? It almost sounds like that. But you probably had multiple enemies in the scene though, didn't you? And they were fine. It was just when you opened the prefab.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. All right, let me look at that. Another thing I mean to do is when there are Lua errors, it's fucking annoying to go through the log. I was gonna have in the in the taskbar, I keep meaning to do it. Have like there are 9 Lua errors. You click on the taskbar, and it pulls up exactly what's going on in Lua, so you don't have to look through the log for the red text. You know what I mean? Like the log will try to center on the error, and it will show like it will be expanded with the red text. But, if there are multiple errors and things like that, just be way easier. You will fucking open area. Like, in the bottom right, you see Lua fucked up. Click there, you know what I mean? I think that would really streamline our shit. Alright, that's good. Let's see, clicking. Behavior. So you did a whole bunch of level shit. What did you think about, like, the... was it not a problem, like how you have to elevate and do planes and shit? Like, you didn't seem to have a problem, but it feels like it was a pain in the ass to me.
Swapping between the different the planes, like thinking about it from the standpoint of the slants, how they're going, that gets to be a bit tedious because it's like in my mind I'm trying to figure out, okay, whenever you say front facing left, is that the back end, like, is it tilting to the left, or is, like, the front end going to be to the left? And that's confusing, but not really an issue once you get used to it.
Okay, do you think there needs to be some kind of, like, maybe there could be some kind of, like, gimbal or widget or some shit, you click on, you know what I mean? I feel like we need shit like that to streamline it. Okay. Shit. Alright, so, also... Oh, you can pull up that API shit that you needed to talk to me about. Do you think that's going to help a lot? Because I kind of feel like that's going to help a lot. Was my hope for that API, because that really, like, solidifies at least the interface, right?
Yeah, no, once I can push through the problem I'm having with it.
Right? Yeah, once it's up, right? I knew it would break shit temporarily, but I feel like it's shit that has to get broken.
Yeah, that way I'm not worried about like trying to manually apply bugs.
Right. All right. So I will answer a question real quick while you do that. Someone asked about data-oriented design in the fucking engine. So that is, we have very data-oriented. So real quick, let me pull up because I don't have the fucking my IDE is fucking crashing. Real quick, you guys have seen selection view. Basically, everything in our game is like a data-oriented Lua table, and selection view is analogous to inspector in Unity. Let's see. So that is one of the main things for configuring components and for doing shit in ES, and that is extremely... Okay, right here. This thing that's always on the left of the toolkit right here. This is our inspector. Like, this is all the components. This is like 100% data-oriented, right? And then if you look, you can view every variable. You're literally modifying Lua tables, basically scripting Lua, at least like data-wise, visually from this. If you look at any of our save files right now, like, let me go to like an area, for example. When you save an area, this will kind of give you an example of how data-oriented shit is. I'm sharing the right window. Yeah, okay. Level release area Floyd creepy house area table. This is the save for like, this has like all the entities and stuff. Notice what this is. It's key value pairs, kind of like JSON of all of the data of all the entities. It is the same thing that gets displayed and is easily modifiable from here, just this data. So this is actually executable Lua code. When I load this level, all I'm doing is like execute area table.lua. So we don't have to have a separate parser and all this extra shit, all this extra overhead. It's Elysian. I could even like, it's actually so fucking powerful. I could be like, type is equal to this. Instead of type is equal to this, I could have it be like, type is equal to function, right? And then like end and be like, return 32. You know what I mean? I can literally put code in there because it is code. Our save file is basically code, but it's very data oriented in that regard. So yeah, we're big on data orientation. Any tips for the hardware? Any tips for using the hardware well to increase performance? ES being very cross-platform being supported, this must be a big issue for you. Yeah, so with shit like that, the main thing is a lot of the lower levels of abstraction. Like we have libgyro, and usually with abstractions like SDL and shit, you pay a performance penalty for the abstraction. I mean, that's just the nature of abstraction. One of the things that we've really done in libgyro is we've modeled the higher level API after more of how the lower level hardware works. Like you can see this very client-side array-centric, because that's how fixed function hardware used to really work. We have this quad, like it's mostly triangle strip based because that's what the Dreamcast does. But we have this entire separate quad API that on PC is basically just using triangle strips anyway. But on Dreamcast, quads are hardware sprites, and they're actually like a specific, highly optimal way of packing vertices into a hardware sprite. So we actually expose that at the API level, and if the platform doesn't support hardware sprites, it doesn't fucking matter. Just make it a triangle strip, a quad, But if you're on the Dreamcast and you use that, you are getting performance benefit. Another thing that we do is for a lot of the math, we do most of our transformations that aren't happening in shaders, like world space transforms. For performance reasons, we're doing it on the CPU side, and that's the way shit used to work in the fixed function world. We have, where the fuck is it? Matrix API. We have an abstraction in libgyro for providing like vector and matrix operations that use inline assembly and are hardware accelerated using like SIMD type instructions based on whatever the hardware is. It has a base implementation that just does generic C to implement all these, but then on Dreamcast, there's a single instruction for doing a dot product, or on PC you have SSE instructions, or on ARM you have ARM neon instructions. So that's another way that we can hardware accelerate like the math and stuff in a pretty easy, user-friendly way through libgyro. So that's another thing that we do for extra performance. All right, let's see. You good, Jacob?
Yeah, I've got this pulled up.
All right, let me check questions. Why, thank you. I think I have good hair, too. All right, so what's going on here?
All right, so the two things that I've gotten a bit confused about was the append table. I'm not seeing that.
Was the which table?
The append table, from table manip.
The append table?
Yeah, the append table function. The way you have it set up is that we have nil value set as the default parameters, and then we append from like this local.
Okay, show me where it's using append. There should be a new. It's not in table manip. There should be a new thing I committed that's like array table. Array. All right, let's see. Oh. Shit. Is that the old syntax? What? All right, look in. Fuck. That's probably, dude. That's probably just I didn't test that because it wasn't compiling. You know, like there is definitely an append table though. Go to table manip. There's definitely an append table. You should just change it to what it actually is. You know, like it might not be named. Is it? See, wait. G.append table. It's definitely there.
Yeah.
So what?
Let's see.
So what's the deal? What's not working with that?
Maybe it's 'cause I should. Okay. I know. Never mind. I see what's going on here. So, for like, you know how we have proficiencies, echoes, stat bonuses, all this, and like the combat behavior table.
Right.
And then whenever we have, or I guess it should be inheriting from combat behavior.
Wait.
So
What should be inheriting from combat behavior?
like the self table. Whenever we do attrib inherit from behavior, do we inherit the self table?
Yeah. Yeah, it automatically inherits the self table.
Okay, that's not inheriting. And if it is, then also too, how would I access combat behavior functions from combat behavior?
Oh.
You have combat.
To call like the parent implementation?
Yeah.
I'll show you. You would just do. Let me see if is my shit still shared. Okay. To do that, you would just do this. So you would do combat behavior dot. I don't remember what one of the fucking things like on collision. Enter and then pass self. Blah blah. It was probably player combat behavior. Dot. No, on collision enter or something. You know, that's automatically passing self, and that's invoking that one. But if you manually use this namespace and pass it the same self that was getting passed implicitly here, that's the same thing as calling into the parent.
Right. So what I'm saying is whenever I use, it's not picking up combat behavior at all. Like, it thinks that it's a nil table. Like, it can't be indexed, even though I'm inheriting.
Oh, you need to also. You probably also need to include the module.
Okay.
That's probably what it is. You know how we have the require statements at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably just need to do that. Be like combat behavior equals. Wait, am I returning that table? Fuck, I don't remember.
You're not, but I can do that.
Yeah. Add a return and then do that. My bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's right. That is like a new kind of paradigm that I was doing there. Yeah, you're right. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Oh my god, I'm so fucking hungry, dude. So yeah, let me think. Are there any other questions for anyone? Might have to go soon to eat some fucking food. Falco, you have the folder showing icon for ES Toolkit in front of everything else, so can't really see the code. Fuck!
Me?
No, hold on. Oh, okay. I can see that. Let's see. Okay, whatever. They can see that now. Anyway, you're supposed to be seeing Jacob. My bad. So, what happened is the way we did combat was intentionally we did not put almost shit in the engine. Basically, all the engine knows about combat is you have stats. It doesn't know what stats you have. That has HP and aggro. And that's all it fucking knows. And we did that on purpose, that we would have like the freedom to experiment very easily and put the majority of the combat system, at least initially, in Lua. Because, you know, if that's all the engine knows about, then the majority of the combat would be scripting based, which makes it easier for us to experiment with things. You don't have to rebuild the engine. It gives a lot more power to messy. So now now that I see, you know, where we're going with this, and I like the direction. Basically, I've created more of like an API to centralize all this shit. And so, you know, that's going to break everything for sec. But he's moving all of the, you know, the core functionality we have behind this API now that we know where we're headed. What?
Okay.
So, as soon as next week, dude, I'm gonna be like fucking coding all day and night on this shit, helping you out. Hopefully we can have. Okay, so the first things we need to do is I need to get the new build fixed with your random number shit, right? And then once that's done, I can help you with this. And then we need to get the new build here. It's like we all have the new build and shit. There's new documentation and some new features, your new random number shit. Get that done, and then get this at least back to where all of the prefabs are working, get it stable, the way we used to have it. With the new API, I'll address whatever the fuck might be happening with the prefab shit. Whether it's your fault or my fault, I'll figure it out. I'll fix it fucking anyway, and then we'll see from there. And then it'll be like very quick to add like combat shit with this new API,
Right.
That's what we need to do to like, that will be like the next like golden era of fucking like gameplay achievement. And especially with Patrick here actually like using the dynamic lighting engine and shit, so I'm not fucking embarrassed to show screenshots. It'd be great.
Dude, not only that, like, him adding all those fucking animations.
Oh, I know, dude. I haven't seen Patrick work this hard in a long time. Like, all these motherfuckers here in the stream, we owe you, like, a huge fucking thanks. You've worked a miracle on Patrick that, like, yeah, like, he's all in again. Before we leave, let me also... okay. Don't forget, like I said, we are in Discord. This is where we are basically all day, every day. This is where all the people doing VMU stuff, a lot of really smart people who work at like AMD, who work at Apple, who are web developers. There's a lot of really fucking smart people. Dreamcast scene, PSP scene are in this Discord. If you want to hang out and see more and be involved during the day, or this tools place is where all the people are porting libgyro and like creating their own eVMU ports to like other platforms, shit like that. If you want to get involved there, or if you hate yourself and you want to fucking argue politics, which we all hate ourselves for, that's there. This is where we do all of our private development. It's secret. You're not allowed to fucking see it. But yeah, you should totally join this. Let me see. The link is... I don't know how to give you a fucking easy link. God damn it. What is this fucking copy shit? I don't want you to hide it. Oh my god. Okay. You can probably see this. This is the Discord channel, if anyone wants to join. Okay, once again, let me go ahead and reiterate with my fabulous hair. If someone is into the PS Vita, yeah, like it's a good platform. It could totally run libgyro and eVMU and all that. You should totally do it. You should totally do it. Am I missing anything else, guys? Next week, we'll have a lot more shit going on because Patrick will be here, and we'll have the art stream going for when the code shit is not showable. But it should be fucking showable because we're almost done with this shit. Anybody have any questions before I have to go eat? Because my wife's going to make me eat.
Yeah, what's she cooking?
Yeah, fucking, my wife does not cook. She's like the worst housewife ever. She doesn't cook for shit. She just bitches at me to cook, and I don't cook either, so we eat out like every fucking meal ever in the planet. But we try to eat out healthy foods, so like, yeah, that's what breaks us. Shit, the stream is gone? Oh, no, it is gone. No, the stream is gone. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, thanks for coming to the stream, everyone. We really appreciate the support. Really, like, I'm having a lot of fun doing these fucking streams. Next time, all you motherfuckers who have fucking Smash Brothers, we should, like, play some Smash Brothers or something. If anyone plays any good games that we should fucking review or talk about, I want to start doing some of that shit, too. Especially because it lets me know what my audience, who's obviously the audience of ES, thinks of similar games or of other RPGs and shit. Like, we should probably, feel free to bring up any of that shit so we can analyze it. But, yeah, so without further ado, also, It's definitely a fucking wig. I know no one knew that. I know you all thought
I'm so shocked.
this entire fucking time that was my real hair. But it's definitely a wig. Alright, deuces, boys. Deuces.
Peace.